$21 trillion. That's enough money to end homelessness for decades, fix every crumbling bridge in America, or apparently build underground bunkers where the elite can survive while the rest of us deal with the apocalypse. A former Bush official claims the government secretly constructed hidden cities across America since 1998, complete with their own transportation networks and energy systems. Missing taxpayer money, shadowy government projects, and luxury doomsday condos for the powerful. It's like finding out your landlord installed a panic room with your rent money while telling you there's no budget to fix your leaking roof. Let's break down this subterranean real estate development that makes your typical government waste look like pocket change. The federal government has secretly spent trillions building an elaborate network of subterranean cities where the rich and powerful can shelter during a near-extinction event, a former Bush White House official sensationally claimed. About 170 such bunkers have been built across the country since 1998. Including some resting beneath the oceans off the U.S. coast. 74-year-old Catherine Austin Fitz told Tucker Carlson during a recent appearance on his podcast, wait, so we're supposed to believe the government, the same folks who can't fix a pothole in under 6 months, secretly built 170 underground luxury bunkers? The government that posts its meeting minutes on a bulletin board can somehow keep an entire civilization hidden under our feet? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I've seen the DMV operate, folks. If they were building secret cities, someone would have accidentally mailed the blueprints to every taxpayer in Ohio by now. It's preparation for catastrophe, Fitz said, according to Realtor.com. Fitz, who served as Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development under President George H.W. Bush from 1989 to 1990, claimed $21 trillion in taxpayer dollars were funneled into the project between 1998 and 2015. $21 trillion? That's not a rounding error. That's the entire national debt from a few years ago. For perspective, that's enough money to buy everyone in America a Tesla and still have enough left over to fix every bridge, road, and school in the country. But instead, we apparently built the world's most expensive gated community underground. It's like finding out your roommate spent the rent money building a panic room in the basement while telling you they can't chip in for groceries. And by the way, $21 trillion for 170 bunkers works out to about $123 billion per bunker. What are they using for wallpaper, the Mona Lisa? She provided no evidence for her claims, but said a 2017 report from Michigan State University economist Mark Skidmore indicated that much unauthorized spending had been uncovered across the Departments of Defense and Housing and Urban Development during that time. After 2 years of combing through records related to already documented underground military bases, Fitz says she also looked into allegations of a wider bunker network. Ah, there it is, the no evidence part. Call me crazy, but before I believe $21 trillion disappeared into underground condos, I'm going to need a little more than allegations and looking into things. Look, government waste is real. We've covered stories on this podcast about $600 toilet seats and bridges to nowhere, but there's a gap the size of the Grand Canyon between the Pentagon can't account for some spending and we built an entire civilization under Nebraska. That said, our government's accounting is about as transparent as concrete. The Pentagon has failed every audit it's ever had. So while I'm skeptical about underground cities, I totally believe they could lose track of trillions without trying very hard. Comparing her research against the missing cash, Fitz said she was able to make a guess about how many facilities there really are. She claimed the 170 only applied to bases on U.S. soil and around its coastline, alleging that more exist across the world. And the bases are connected by an elaborate transportation system, she added, while claiming they are powered by a secret energy system known only to the military. She made a guess? That's what we're going with? I make guesses too. Like I'm guessing I'll have pizza tonight. But I'm not claiming it'll cost taxpayers $21 trillion. And this secret energy system that only the military knows about, are we talking arc reactors like Iron Man? Because if the government has figured out unlimited clean energy and they're only using it for their apocalypse bunkers, while the rest of us pay $5 a gallon for gas, that might be the biggest scandal of all. The funny thing is, we can't even get Amtrak to run on time above ground, but apparently there's a flawless underground bullet train connecting these bases. It's the subway system we all wish we had, except it's only for billionaires and politicians when the world ends. I'm convinced that this energy exists. If you look at a lot of the really fast ships flying around the planet, they're not using classical electricity, she said, in an apparent reference to a spate of bizarre, unidentified aerial phenomena supposedly flying around the skies in recent years. Those alleged bases are used not just as doomsday bunkers for the elites, Fitz claimed, but also as places for the government to operate secret operations, like a secret space program. Okay, now we've gone full sci-fi movie script. We started with underground bunkers, and now we're at UFOs powered by mystery energy and secret space programs. This is what happens when you binge watch too many History Channel specials at 3 a.m. Look, I love a good conspiracy theory as entertainment, but we need to pump the brakes here. The government can barely keep regular programs secret. Remember when the entire NSA spying operation was leaked by one guy with a thumb drive? I'm supposed to believe they've maintained perfect secrecy on underground cities, mysterious energy, and a space program? The same government that accidentally tweeted nuclear launch codes? Come on. The existence of elaborate underground government bases and bunkers is no secret. During the Cold War, the Cheyenne Mountain Complex was built inside a Colorado mountain to serve as a hardened base of operations for various military operations. It is currently used by the U.S. Space Force. And from the 1950s through the 1990s, a bunker intended to house all of Congress in the event of a calamity was built and operated in total secrecy beneath the bustling Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia. Now we're getting to something real. Yes, there are actual government bunkers. They exist, they're documented, and they cost millions, not trillions. The Greenbrier bunker was impressive, but it was eventually exposed, and tours are given there now. That's what happens to real government secrets eventually. They become tourist attractions where you can buy a t-shirt and take selfies. And notice the scale difference. One bunker under a resort to save Congress versus 170 underground cities across America. That's like comparing a studio apartment to the entire Manhattan skyline. Could the government have other bunkers we don't know about? Sure, that's plausible. But entire cities with their own transit systems and mysterious energy sources? That's a bit of a leap from a concrete room under a resort in West Virginia. Fitz, who worked as an investment banker before joining the Bush administration, also floated a number of other outlandish ideas while speaking to Carlson, including that the COVID-19 vaccine had DNA-modifying ingredients and that a shadowy global cabal is trying to use mind control to enslave the world. Look, missing trillions and secret underground cities sound like the plot of a movie I'd fall asleep watching on Netflix. But the real conspiracy here is how easily government money vanishes without accountability. $21 trillion could fix America's actual problems. Instead, we're debating whether there's a luxury condo beneath Wyoming. The Pentagon fails audits like I failed diet plans. Whether it's bunkers or bureaucratic black holes, the money's gone, folks. What matters is we're left paying the tab while they're building escape hatches, literal or financial. Think that's far-fetched? Let me know in the comments, because if nothing else, at least missing trillions has us all paying attention.